the indicators is from what you have been seeing,
yes.
and also the loss of forest that you have been seeing. As we talk of losing the wetland, also we should also address the matter of losing the forest. And I think what is going on, the people around, especially those who neighbors the forest, of which the forest contribute to what we have in the wetlands,
yes.
because if we don't have a good forest, especially the indigenous, the part that the forest is supposed to be conserved, that is where the water comes from. And wetlands are developed from those areas. So the people who surrounds or who are borders the forest need to be quite aware of what is happening inside there. They also need to be involved in the activities that are going there. Because if you want to protect these areas, you should have what we call social forestry. And in social forestry, you need to involve the people who are affected directly or who benefit from those areas. Let create awareness, let them understand. Let them understand what you build for the future generation. If you don't address from that point of angle, then the campaign that you are doing will just be useless. Yeah.
One would wonder, as a forestry expert, perhaps, would you know the forests that we planted on that day last year? How are they faring? Perhaps in your community where you were involved in, would you give us perhaps, or tell us what you saw, the numbers that came out to participate in tree planting, and how sustainable such a program is?
About the 15 billion?
Yeah, about the 15 billion. No, I'm talking about the specific, say, in your area, or when you saw that call to plant trees, did you see the sustainability in such an initiative? Yeah,
when at least you want to address issues of sustainability, and then from the point of angle on where the farmers, or what we call on-farm forestry, you are supposed to address on, is that before even you go to plant in the forest, because that is gazetted forest areas, you need to create awareness or to raise awareness on what is being planted in the farm. Is it of any use? How sustainable is it? Because even if you give a farmer some trees to go and plant and don't understand the use of those trees, it would be very difficult to manage them. So the first thing is for them to understand the use and the future use of those particular trees. Yeah.
Do you think
that's where we will be able to address the issue of sustainability.
Do you think our population understands?
Well, to a certain level, considering the people who are involved, especially in farming, those are people who are above 60 years. But the young generation that is supposed to benefit in future are not really quite involved in issues concerning or pertaining environment. So we need to involve more of the youth, of the young people, because this is their future. Yeah.
Okay. Gerance, looking at UNEA and you being a plastics campaigner, it was an emphasis that was made especially in UNEA 3 back in 2017. Delegates approached with a theme of towards a plastic-free, rather towards a pollution-free planet. As we progress, as we enter UNEA 6, which started today, and the previous meetings that have happened to prepare the delegates and to further advance this conversation, do you think that perhaps there has been an insistence or adherence to the resolutions of the previous UNEA assemblies?
Yeah, I should say yes, because technically UNEA is the highest decision-making body for environmental issues. And I think the most focus goes to the most pressing environmental issues. like the things that are really affecting us at that point, at that time, and we need to get done with it. So it's more of like a priority type of selection, because like if it's something that we cannot live with for quite some long time, then that's detrimental. So yeah, there's been a lot of progress considering this is just the 6th session, and a lot of notable resolution. Like now we are discussing about the Global Plastics Treaty. We are going on the 4th discussions in Canada from April, and it's the most ambitious of them all, which is crazy because it needs to end by 2024. And yeah, so I would say, yeah, this year. And I would say like, yes, a lot of good resolutions have come out of there. Even right now, we have 19 resolutions. And if you see out of those 19 resolutions, we have like several which are really, really good. Like we can say the chemicals, sound management of chemicals, and yeah, sound management of chemicals, I should say. Then there's the synergistic approach where like now you're bringing all the multi-stakeholders together to tackle a certain problem. Then we have talks about circularity.